Okay, so tonight we're going to try another pepper that Matt sent me. Um, this one was grown by the PepperGrowingMan. It's a Carmel Bhut Jolokia. Really interesting looking, as you can see here. This is a red scorpion, just for comparison what a red looks like. This is chocolate Bhut Jolokia, and this is a caramel in between the red and the chocolate colors. Really neat looking, beautiful shape, nice and wrinkly and ripply. So again, thanks Matt. I'm getting through these as fast as I can. Let's slice this open and see what it looks like. Feels unlike the yellow yesterday. This one feels more like a regular Bhut Jolokia, very thin skin, light. So let's see what we got. Ooh, heard a little pop when we cut it open. Ooh. Looks like it has a little bit of overripeness to it, but I think it's still okay. Here's the inside. Pretty cool. It actually looks like it has, it's possible, actually looks like it has some spider web inside. That's strange. Let me, let me see if you can see that. See that little thing right there? It's kind of a spider web looking thing. Yeah. So that right there. I don't know. That's interesting. It doesn't look. No, it's not. It's just part of the pepper. Just an interesting part of the flesh. So, okay. Well, then I'm going to cut a second piece here because this one looks a little. No, it actually looks okay. So let me just pull out some of these seeds and we'll give it a taste. I'm hoping this has a flavor somewhere between a chocolate Bhut and a red Bhut. Chocolate Bhuts I like. They're a little earthy. Sometimes you want something a little more flavorful. And then the Red Bhut Jolokias I don't particularly care for. They're a little too flowery for me. A little too, yeah, just basically a little too flowery. So, okay. I don't believe that is spiderweb, but even if it is, we'll do this for posterity. We'll give it a shot, see what it tastes like. So, I still have the problem with the sound cutting out, so I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible. It smells like a regular Red Bhut Jolokia, more like a red than a brown. Tastes more like a red than a brown, but actually, no, it still tastes more like a red, but it doesn't have that extra strong flowery flavor that like when I had that Indian Carmen, super flowery. This is a little more. Let me try again. Yeah, you don't taste a lot of the chocolate in it. Definitely more red Bhut Jolokia. Yeah, with these crosses, it's funny. We always want to have a hope for like the super pepper that tastes completely unique, but it's really hard because the Bhut flavors are so dominant, and just the flavors of the chilies in general are so dominant. So you get a cross, it's going to taste like one or the other. Definitely red Bhut Jolokia. Maybe a little up in the middle actually. It's not quite as It doesn't have the extra florally taste that a normal Bhut Jolokia does. It's a little bit muted, but it's definitely not a brown flavor. Heat. Tastes hotter than the yellow one I had yesterday, for sure. But so far, nothing. Just run. No, and you know, as I get higher up, getting back to that regular Bhut Jolokia flavor, and I know a lot of people love it, but it's not my not my preference. I find it kind of hard to. The flavor is just a little, not quite as mellow and smooth as some of the other flavors. But I definitely do like it better than a regular Red Bhut Jolokia. But I think I still like the brown better. But the color is unmatched. It's really cool color. And I think this would be worth growing, even just to make a powder. Because I think once you put this in a powder form, it would be very usable. Okay, burn. Nice, maybe just under coal. Not quite not as hot as some of the hottest Bhut Jolokias I've had. Had a good burn on the tongue, nothing on the neck, or nothing on the throat. Lots of drool though, but not too bad. Although I didn't eat, like I said, this is reminding me of why I'm not a big fan of the Bhuts. As I got closer up, it's harder and harder to swallow. The flavor just is not my preference. Good heat though. I'm starting to do the overall mouth burn. Nothing in the throat. Like I said, I probably would be willing to eat a little bit more of this, but also because, well, let me cut it open, well, since I'm talking to you guys, just to see what's in there. Make sure there's not like some big tarantula jumps out at me. No, I think it's just a little overripe, and half the pepper. It still looks fine. Seeds look fine. Everything looks fine. It just looks a little ripe. Nice burn throughout the whole mouth. About Bhut, about a regular Bhut heat. I've had one chocolate that I grew that was just between like a Bhut and a 7-pod, super hot, grown in like the 100-degree weather, and for some reason it was just filled with placenta. This one, not quite there. This is more about along the lines of other Bhuts that I've had. Still very hot, but not like a 7 or a Scorpion. Good burn though. I like it. All throughout the mouth, nothing in the throat, no stomach discomfort. This is, for me, this is really like a perfect heat. You know, a Scorpion, I wish they weren't as hot and they had the same, we could find something that tastes like a Scorpion and wasn't as hot. At least for some things. But, okay, well, chocolate Bhut Jolokia, really cool shape, really cool color. And flavor, more along the lines of a traditional Red Bhut than more than that than a chocolate Bhut. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, PepperGrowingMan. Bye-bye.